You're under contract. Now it's time to get the home inspected during the due diligence period. Now, due diligence period is that time where it gives you an opportunity to have a general inspection done on the house to check for any issues. Now, this can include checking for structural problems, plumbing and electrical issues, potential safety hazards. For general home inspections, that price is generally $400 to $700 depending on the size of the home. Typically, they go off of square footage. The larger the home, obviously, the more it's going to cost. Note that there are some things that might need to be inspected that a general inspection might not cover, like termite inspection, septic tank, swimming pool, radon test, lead-based paint, maybe some mold testing. All of these generally can add extra dollars to your inspection budget. And you'll need to pay for these typically to get the reports back from all of the inspectors that you hire. So just know that sometimes your out-of-pocket expenses on this will be, or could be, $1,000 to $1,500, sometimes even more. You're not required by law to have a general inspection, but it's highly recommended. Look, your house is potentially the biggest purchase you're ever going to make, so it's definitely a good investment to spend this money on making sure that it checks out. Now, once you receive a copy of the inspection report, if this is the time that you have to kind of negotiate for items that were found in the report that might be pretty significant. Generally, you're looking for major issues like leaky roof, deteriorated plumbing, old electrical wiring, mold, structural damage, maybe even something going on with the foundation. Anything else that might be looked at as like a major dollar item. Sometimes you get lucky and not have anything on there that represents something that's significant and might only have minor things in the report. This could present an opportunity to ask for some of those minor things to be fixed. Remember, the homeowner is not obligated to fix or repair anything that you're asking for. So this is a true negotiation process, and you have the right to walk away during this period as well. But remember, due diligence is usually pretty short considering all of the things that you might have to get checked out and inspected. So make sure that your agent has everybody lined up and scheduled as soon as you're under contract. Now, once all negotiations are hashed out during the due diligence period, the focus shifts to the financial and appraisal contingency period. Now, during the financial contingency, the lender will get the appraisal ordered and we'll push all of your credit, your employment information, your bank statements through underwriting to get you the final approval for the property. Now with the appraisal, there should be a time period that was put in writing in the contract that gives a certain amount of time for the lender to order the appraisal and the appraiser to provide an appraisal for the home. The lender does not have any direct contact with the appraiser. It's all done through a third-party company. But the third party picks from a list of 20 or so lender-approved appraisal companies. There are those rare occasions where the contract price is higher than the appraisal value, and in those cases, it creates a third negotiation. There are three options in this period. The seller can reduce the sales price to the appraised value. The buyer can agree to pay over appraised value via cash at closing, or both parties can come to some sort of agreement, maybe somewhere in the middle, or whatever's negotiated. If none of these three options are executed, the buyer or seller has the right to terminate the contract. This will depend on how the contract was written. If the appraisal comes in at value or agree to reduce the sales price on a low appraisal, then this part of the contract is complete and usually you're on your way to the closing table.